So I'm at Boulevard and I'm DJing, and there's a younger DJ, and another guy comes up to him, and he's just like, no. I'm like, what drug did I pass up? Like, he's like, no, I just know you don't do coke. And I'm like, listen, kid, I used to fucking snort off of the CDJ while there was a cop 2 feet away from me. Then I could tell he kind of didn't believe me. Well, like, here, let me show you this reel of this. I'll just show you. It's better than I could tell you. It's like, all right. So then I go and I look on the Instagram. I'm like, what the fuck is this thing? Check it out. I'm like, no, like I was like butt losing drinks out of this girl's ass. He's like, okay, for sure.
He just thought you were lying?
Yeah. And then
like for real, you just straight up thought you were lying?
He thought I was lying. And then I'm like, all right, let me hit up Strategy. He's going to know where it's at.
That's kind of crazy.
Well, all right. Battle raps cause I've shaken grown men to the point that they can't even face their own friends. That's why they rhyme about jewels, not life, cause the ice on which they skating is so thick.
Welcome back to the Party with Strategy podcast. Although anytime me and this man get together, it's a bit of a different thing. We like to call it the Strategy and Dolo show.
Yes, indeed. It's been a while. It's been a few months.
It's probably almost been a year, I bet, since we recorded one.
Damn, it's been a while.
Yeah, we got my boy over here.
You don't start off by telling what episode number this is?
No,
that used to be a thing.
Maybe for me and you. Should we do it since it's the Strategy and Dolo show? This would be episode 179.
7 is my lucky number, as most people, I believe.
Yeah,
I'll go with it.
We got the Lord of Low Riding in here.
Here we are.
The ashy gringo himself.
You know what? It's funny you say that because, I did notice that yesterday at the gym that I was a little ashy. I've never really thought of myself as ashy, but, you're right.
Rock City, if Rock City was here, he'd have a bottle of lotion for you to rub on your calves.
No doubt.
And your shins.
Yeah. I need to invest in some Johnsons & Johnsons and not just use it on my penis, but actually my legs.
I feel like, we did the episode with Jesse, and that was after I had met the love of my life, and I think we talked about it
a little bit. No, you had met her because we were saying, like, what's going on, and I remember at that point you had already talked about it, and you're like, I talked about this a few times, but we didn't know, because pretty much as soon as you got with her, you just dipped, and I hadn't seen
I had to get rid of all my old friends.
Right.
Because they were holding me back. They were holding me down. They're enabling.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So here we are. You're going to relapse now that I'm hanging around you? Are you going to start sending dick pics again?
It's been 16 months.
That's a strong run.
Not a single dick pic sent.
I'm proud of you.
That's crazy.
Good. That's amazing.
There was a time where it was 5 a day.
Minimum. That was just the group text, right?
No. Like 5 separate transactions. And within those transactions could have been multiple names highlighted in the Snapchat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then they probably got daisy chained when they sent it to their friends. And next thing you know, it's viral.
Yeah. So I'm clean. It's been nice. It's been good.
You have more energy now?
Less brain fog, more energy.
That's good.
It's going well.
You look good.
Thank you.
Are you dyeing your beard or no?
I appreciate it. No, you see the grays right here.
I mean, I thought you'd have more. Maybe it's Cutswell that picked up the most grays.
Cutswell's got a couple of things going on.
I could have grays and I don't even know it because I got a blonde beard, but I'm gonna go ahead and assume I don't have any grays. So.
I think you got a couple grays.
We'll agree to disagree.
Couple shades of gray over there.
It's possible. It might just be ashiness, falling into my beard. I don't know.
It could be that.
Yeah.
So, how you feeling? I was gonna postpone how long it started before how long it took before we started to talk about Houston, Texas. But if we really want to get
Houstonian representative at this point.
You're official.
I don't know if I'd say I'm official Houstonian,
You're on year 4. That makes you absolutely official.
I'm going into year 5 because I moved there December 2020.
That's right. I did 3 years. I've been gone for a year.
You're did going 3-year into bid. Year 5. I'm still awaiting my parole hearing.
It is a bid, right? It's like getting sent to prison.
You're pretty much in prison there.
Going to Houston is basically the same as getting sent to jail.
Yeah, so I'm getting my degree, and
you are doing your Houston bid right now. I like that.
And things are it's a little. I think it's slow everywhere. I don't really know too much markets outside of Houston currently, but it's definitely January's been a slow month, we'll say.
Yeah,
and hopefully it picks up soon.
It always does.
Yeah, but the thing about Houston that fucks me up, right? It's not really cold in January. Like, it's cold for Houston, but it's not like really cold. So I'm like, I can understand in Chicago, January being a slow month because it's negative 30 degrees. But Houston, it's still like 50, 60 degrees. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand.
The weather's only one part of it, I feel like, because it's the beginning of the year. It's the end of your old year, and you spent all your money on the holidays, and like you put a button on that and you wrap that up, and then you start this new one. And most people don't start their year off in the club. You know what I'm saying? Like, most people like to get a good...
Well, they might start it off by the first of the year, but then they go into dry January, hit the gym.
Yeah, dry January, they're going to the gym, all that. They're eating clean. They're trying to get their life together.
Fucking
it
losers.
Usually takes about 3-4 weeks for the full backslide to happen, and everyone's back partying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so let's hopefully they backslide sooner than later. Otherwise, my rent's going to have to backslide a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to talk to your landlord.
But no, everything's good. I've been working with Clay Group a lot. They've been keeping me busy, so
that's good.
They take care of me well. I'm happy. There's a lot of new things opening up too, which is promising. Washington Street has changed drastically, but they're about to reopen the old Bottle Blonde as a new place called Mr. Washington.
Did they change any of the decor in there or anything?
I don't think so. Maybe the sign. They got rid of the Bottle Blonde sign.
They just let that place open up, and they still got the Bottle Blonde upholstery on the
and the
seating.
barrels. I would not be surprised. I don't know if there's like a legality in that, because I do remember somebody potentially getting sued over that, or was that Hefe's?
Hefe's for sure.
Furniture.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know whether or not they will or won't. But they open up next week. I think this weekend coming up. So I'm gonna go check it out.
Who's running it?
I think the people from 5306.
Okay.
They make money. I mean, they know that market. That's
they
for sure.
do make money. Their clientele loves to spend money on tequila, Hennessy.
Yeah.
They like to smoke their blunts in there. Hookah
heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? Whatever brings the money. I've been finding more happiness in not necessarily catering to having to play that kind of stuff, but playing a little bit more of a mature crowd. So I do this place called Fancies.
Yeah.
Which is like a lot of like fun disco and a lot of Afro house and vocal progressive stuff. And it's really opened up my palette. Not necessarily that I didn't have the palette for before, but I was so caught up in the bottle service shit that I was just like playing. But now I'm playing on a dance floor and having to work a dance floor and keep people from leaving the dance floor. And it's very rewarding when you can get them on the dance floor, as opposed to like somebody just standing up taking a TikTok in a fucking section. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's the gig that you bought the hat for, right?
That's where the hat came out.
That's where the hat comes out?
Yeah. I call that my fancy hat.
Your fancy's hat.
Yeah. And, I get two of them. So I rotate.
Different colors or different styles?
Different colors, same
color?
style.
Same style, different colors.
Stetson open road hat, 5X, got a silver belly, and whatever they call the black one, I don't know. But those are my go-to hats. And I don't know what, you know what? I DJ'd there for the first time. I think I've been there, I don't know, over a year now. And the first time I ever DJ'd there without my hat.
You bombed?
No, I didn't actually. But I was worried that was going to happen. Like the girl from Goodfellas, she's like, I can't go anywhere with my lucky hat. Yeah. That's how I felt. But I ran it and everything was good. So, we'll see. But it's one of those things like I'm committed to the hat, but it's not like I can't really wear it other places. I just don't feel right. Like when I go into Heights Social or something, I can't really, like even if I'm going to wear the hat that night, I'll leave it in the truck when I go into Heights Social and then I'll throw it on. Just because I don't know, man.
It's not the right place.
It feels right when I'm DJing the right music, but when I'm just like in a room with a bunch of 25-year-olds, I'm just like, you're clearly the old DJ. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I feel that. You don't want like blunt guts being dumped onto your nice hat.
Yes, exactly.
At the club. I feel
girl spilling cranberry vodka on my hat. Yeah.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that you have at least some fun, like good music gigs happening.
Definitely.
I feel like that's a standard across the board thing.
There's another one that actually has opened my palette too is Boulevard. So that's
Pause.
Oh, my palette?
Open your palette?
Like
you're just
my
gonna
musical
open your palette for me like
Everything
that?
Everything with you is about fucking sucking dick, isn't it? Anyhow. Yeah, it's opened my musical palette. A lot of like pop punk and like a lot of sing along. So I found this playlist on Spotify because I didn't really grow up listening to a lot of that. You know what I mean? I was
like the Blink 182s.
Yeah, I never really got that phase. I was more like I liked rap and old school.
You were listening to like Tech Nine when Blink 182 was.
I never liked Tech Nine. Never liked Tech Nine. I was like I don't know. I liked like old school breaks and shit like that. You know what I mean? Not like sample.
Yeah,
digging or whatever.
Were you when Blink 182 was popping? Were you listening to like Yup in My White Tee?
No, that would have been before Yup. That was like late 90s, right? Blink 182, early 2000s.
Early 2000s for sure.
I would see it like on TRL when I would like come home from school or whatever and see like skipping through channels. So I knew it existed, but it doesn't really connect with me. And when you play something that you don't connect with, it makes it really difficult. So as I'm like putting together my repertoire of music for there, I find I'm on Spotify and I'm looking for like a playlist that's gonna like expose me to stuff and maybe ring my ear on something and throw it in that crate. And I find this playlist and it's called White People Music for Black People.
Oh,
and I said,
this is nice.
We might be onto something here.
This is exactly what you need.
So I listened to it and it was like all the like super white music that I like low key would listen to. Like if it was, I don't know that I would listen to, but if it was playing in the car, I would listen to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like that Torn song or fucking what's the one I play a lot now? I can't think of the names because, like I said, it doesn't resonate as much. But anyways, you get it. It's like good cheesy white people music. But honestly, like I'll play it and everybody will like it. And the crazy thing is, the crowd there, it's Houston, so it's still mixed, but it's like I would say it's predominantly like a white crowd, but there's black people coming too. So occasionally, like the DJ booth is like almost boiler room style, so I'm in the middle of the dance floor, and some like hood motherfucker will come up to me and be like, "You putting that shit on, boy?" And I'm like playing like the most like whitest like adult alternative song you've ever heard in your life, and I'm just like, word, and I'm like, there it is, So there definitely is a pocket for that.
There is white people music made for black people.
I don't know that it's made for black people, but they embrace it, And I Blink 182, like just whatever. Just think of white people music. That's it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I wish you could rattle off some songs right now.
I'm trying to think. If you look it up on your phone. Look, white people music for black people.
White people music for black people.
Yeah.
Playlist on Spotify.
And go ahead and give it a gander.
Yeah, let me see what's going on here real quick.
If you got signal down here, I don't know.
Shouts to Long Drink for sponsoring the podcast. Absolutely the best cocktail you can get out there. That's exactly what it is. A cocktail in a can. It's not a seltzer. As you can tell, it's not one of those stupid, long, skinny cans that makes you look like an idiot stick when you're drinking it. This is good stuff. Anyone I give one of these to asks me what it is, where they can get it, and why they haven't had it before. I'm putting people on. You guys are next. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the program. Go to your local liquor store. Target's got them. Wherever you can. Grab a long drink today. Enjoy. Watch the pod. Let's get back to it. Thank you.
He doesn't do camera.
White people songs that black people love.
That's probably it. Or
is this
one
it
like
with the meme?
No, that's not it. But I'm sure it's the same stuff.
Paramore, Misery Business by Paramore. Still Into You by Paramore. I Write Sins Not Tragedies. Panic at the Disco. Fireflies by Owl City.
There you go.
Party in the USA black people do love. That is a strong fact.
Yeah, and these are like, if you were to think like what is white people music, you would think that.
Yeah, Don't Trust Me 303. Are you playing that?
I don't know about that one. That wasn't on the list I had.
You know what that is,
I do remember
though, right?
303. They were like electro rock. Yeah. I don't think I have any 303 in my playlist, but I'm not saying I play everything on that one, but I use it as a reference when I was putting together my crate.
Okay. This checks out.
Paramore would be like in there, like that fun song. What's that one tonight? Like that kind
Ain't
of
it
stuff.
Fun?
Yeah. Living in the real world. Right, that's Paramore. Yeah. But I'm talking about the fun dot, right? Tonight we are young.
Yeah. Well, you heard Chase B play that, didn't you?
I did, and you know what? I gotta say, he was probably ahead of the curve on that. Maybe he was doing something that I didn't understand. I took it as, okay, he thinks that this is a white club, so he's like, I know what white people like. But he was really doing his thing. Shout out to him, trendsetter, right?
Yeah. How long after that song was on did he tell everyone to pull their guns out in the club?
That would have been a different night, but that was a quick set. I don't even know that he was actually on the set. I think that he just got on the mic. I think it was Drake's DJ actually that night that was playing.
Yeah, remember.
I just remember, get him off, get him off, get him off. I mean, it's a real hazard. It's not like there's nobody searching at the door at Bottle Blonde. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a good possibility. It's Texas.
Yeah,
motherfuckers are strapped.
Yeah,
you know. To go left real quick.
Who was Migos' DJ? DJ Darrell.
DJ Darrell. When he got fruit thrown at him.
He got food thrown at him.
Yeah, they didn't like DJ Darrell too much. And DJ Darrell did not like them too much either. I remember him saying he's with his boys and he's going to shoot everyone.
That was so funny.
It was like watching like a Jerry Springer episode on the stage.
It was live. It was more Maury.
Okay, Maury, but nonetheless trash. I mean, look, not to say DJ Darrell is trash. I mean, he wasn't great. He's a great producer.
DJ Darrell, wasn't that his drop?
Yeah.
Didn't he keep pressing that?
He was a nice guy, though. I fuck with DJ Darrell.
No, he was cool. He was nice.
The crowd just wasn't feeling it at the time.
I think it was one particular. I think it was just an incident. I don't think it was the crowd as a whole.
There was a few people.
What was he doing bad?
I think he was breaking a lot of his new records, and people wanted to hear shit they knew. So he's like, "Yo, check this out." And you know, his DJ style isn't like nightclub. Like, let me get everybody engaged and everything. It was like, I'm DJ Darrell. Suck my dick. This is what I made. I'm great. And that's pretty much what he said on the microphone.
Yeah.
And I don't think it went over too well with the crowd.
See, I don't fully remember a lot of those nights that we had artists because I would take full advantage of the fact that I could smoke all the weed I wanted to in the DJ booth. Mm-hmm. And you're not working either.
Yeah.
Like you hop off and they hop on. Then their DJ wants to play and shit. So I would just get absolutely blasted. Yeah. I don't really remember a lot of those nights.
Yeah, well, I don't either because I was blasted drinking alcohol, but I do remember pretty much at some point you just decided to smoke weed every night because when I would come into work, there would be fucking roaches Saturday morning, roaches all over the DJ booth.
There was definitely a turning point in Houston where I said, I don't give a fuck about anyone or anything. I'm full. Do you remember we were in the sauna at Lifetime a long time ago in Houston, and there was that chubby Indian dude with his Crocs on, and he was like pacing around the sauna.
I do remember.
And his Crocs were like flapping at his heels, and there was just like.
Did he give us some words of advice or something?
Yes, he was like, well, first of all, he was like, I'm sorry. Like this is the doctor tells me I need to do this. This is good for me. If it's problem, I will stop.
Belly,
he had the pot belly. Yeah. He was like nice guy, but like also he didn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
he was like, I'm gonna do this, and he was telling us about our poops and what they're supposed to look like.
That's what
and like he was giving us all this information we didn't want. He didn't give a fuck. I'm full Indian guy in the sauna.
Yeah. Was that a turning point? Was that the turning point? Like you listened to what he said and it just struck a nerve and you're like, you know what?
No. I decided it wasn't him that inspired me, but I was inspired to become him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I thought about like who doesn't give the most fucks ever, and it was that guy.
Yeah, he definitely gave no fuck.
And I went, I definitely went full that guy. But yeah, I was just shirtless, smoking weed in the booth, and it was the only thing that made me happy, really.
Yeah, I think at that point, you were checked out. It was all right, 6 months to a year.
Yeah, it was probably a solid year of that.
Yeah,
it was fucking that. It's always better to look back at. When I was going through it, I was like on Sue Watch. But now when I think about it, I'm like, that was kind of dope. I was DJing at the strip club, shirtless, smoking joints, smoking hookahs. Mike let me smoke cigars in there. Yeah. It was just, it was a time.
And as time goes by, you grow further and further away from that. So it's going to seem more and more like crazy, right?
Yeah.
Like when I think of this shit we did back in, 2016, a lot of those adventures, I'm like, I don't think not that I want to, but I'll never be that person again.
You can't.
And so you just look at it in hindsight, like, fuck, that's crazy.
Yeah, we thoroughly enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was great.
I wouldn't enjoy that right now.
No, I wouldn't enjoy it either.
We fully enjoyed that. I mean, you texted me not too long ago, late night, drunken, like, yo, where the videos at? These young kids don't know.
So I'm at Boulevard, and I'm DJing, and there's a younger DJ. I'll leave his name out of this because I don't want him to incriminate him. Okay. So I'm DJing, and I see, in my peripheral, he's hanging out in the booth, and another guy comes up to him, and I just, you can see by someone's body language what they're talking about, and he's just like, no. And then as soon as the other person left, I'm like, what drug did I pass up? Like, what didn't you invite me on?
Yeah,
And he's like,
yeah.
no, I just know you don't do coke. And I'm like, listen, kid, I fucking used to do the most coke when I was DJing. All right, I was like, next time somebody offers, you at least give me the invite. I'll decide whether or not I don't want the drugs. Yeah. So he's like, yeah, no, I get it. And then I'm like, and then he's like, I was like, bro, I used to fucking snort cocaine off of the CDJ while there was a cop 2 feet away from me. And this is a true story.
It's a true story.
And then I could tell he kind of didn't believe me because he probably hadn't known that me.
He really thought you were lying. Like that's
he really,
what that,
he really was like, yeah, okay, old man.
I mean, it does make sense though because you're in a different city. You're not in Chicago. If you were in Chicago where all that shit happened, you would at least. It would be rude of that kid to not know who you were and what you did.
It's almost like disrespectful.
Yeah.
But then I started thinking about it. Well, he has no idea, and I'm like, well, like here, let me show you this reel of this thing we did in Milwaukee, where I'll just show you. It's better than I could tell you. It's like, all right. So then I go and I look on the Instagram. I'm like, what the fuck is this thing? Check the archive, can't find it. I'm like, motherfucker. I'm like, no, like I was like butt losing drinks out of this girl's ass, and then we like put cupcakes in her tits, and like I'm motorboating them while we're DJing. He's like, okay, for sure.
He just thought you were lying.
Yeah, and then
like for real, you just straight up thought you were lying.
He thought I was lying, and then I'm like, all right, let me hit up Strategy.
That's
He's gonna know where it's at.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, man, I get leaving it behind, but like, if there's no proof of the history, these. It's not that it wasn't worth it. It was worth it at the time, but it's good to look back on. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
It's definitely fun to look back on. I did delete all the raunchy content off of my phone that I carry around with me daily, knowing very well that all of that is on my old phones that are packed away in a drawer safely.
So one day when like you're 60 and you're like, it's time to awaken the beast.
You just got to go down memory lane. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we had some fucking nights, dog.
Some nights.
We had some absolute nights.
Yeah.
And, honestly, the person who could probably tell us the most is Roger downstairs.
Roger probably used to jerk off to the escapades we would have with women after we'd bring them back.
My downstairs neighbor has just experienced it all. I mean,
nights we don't remember probably because we were too drunk.
Oh, for sure, dog. I mean, I hear this guy breathe. I can hear this man breathe. In my apartment, he's below me in the basement.
Yeah.
I can hear him fart.
Yeah.
I'm playing video games at night with the volume low so I don't wake my girlfriend up. And through the vent, like I could hear this guy rip ass in his sleep.
Oh, then he heard everything because that room where you're DJ or where you're playing it, like, that's where we used to play like strip dice and things with young ladies.
That's right, strip dice. That was when I first got the crib.
That was one of the closers. We would bring him back, play some games.
Nate Dogg was the ultimate closer.
Nate Dogg was the closer. His bird.
You want to come see my bird?
That bird, man. And in the morning I would see her snap and it would be like on some girl's ass cheek. That was kind of like you know what happened. You know what went down. This ass cheek didn't come out in the morning for nothing.
Yeah, those were good times.
Good times. But as everything, as the world turns, things change, seasons change, and it's all right. Yeah. So what's new with you? What's keeping you busy these days?
I mean, I look at like, you know what? Now that we're talking about it, I think it could be like on Sunday night, I had the worst night ever, bro. Like we're at the clubs and the last thing I want to do is be at these clubs. Everybody in there was just disgusting to me. I was walking through Riot House. Granted, it did look like they were posting flyers at homeless shelters to try and get people inside of there. It was gross as fuck. It was disgusting. It was like the Scottsdale I know, Sunday night Scottsdale. Are you kidding me? The hottest people you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
That's the old Scottsdale.
Well, I might have had a different perspective of it because, and I came up with a theory. You weren't too happy when I told you my theory. But I think that, as a doctor would prescribe medicine for different ailments, I think that recreational drugs are used for certain environments.
Yes.
And I think when I think of how I think when I'm on mushrooms, processed food disgusts me. So seeing a girl with lip injections would make me throw up.
Yeah.
And to be in a nightclub, you're going to see a little bit of that. And I think that maybe that's where you went wrong because I was drunk. I was about 6 espresso martinis in and half a bottle of tequila. And I was having the time of my life. I got to be honest. You know, that was my first night getting into Scottsdale. I've been in Houston, Texas for fucking 4 years doing a bid. It's like when somebody gets let out on work release from prison and they're just happy to be changing bags of trash at the McDonald's just to get out of the prison.
I mean, that's what it's like leaving Houston, Texas.
Yes. So I had a great time Sunday night. I can't exactly, relate to where you're coming from.
Well, here's the thing. You were not in reality. You were numb. You were numb. That's what alcohol does. It numbs you.
It does numb you. And that's why alcohol is used for nightlife. I mean, it's you're numbing the pain of life and you're escaping for a couple hours.
Yeah. Well, while you were numbing the pain, I was in the thick of it.
Yeah.
All right. I had eaten a couple mushroom gummies and my reality was locked in. I saw exactly what was happening.
You're beyond numb. Yeah. You're on the opposite side of the spectrum. You're in the true reality.
I'm fully engaged.
I wouldn't even want to be sober in a nightclub, let alone on mushrooms. If I'm on mushrooms, put me in a room with some good music and some furry to wear. I'll be fine for 6 hours.
You want to be in a fun nightclub on mushrooms?
See, I can't say it because I'll be so entertained by the smallest shit. Like I'm like a baby rediscovering colors for the first time.
It's incredible.
But when you're in a nightclub, you're already getting fucking force fed all the shit. See, I also get very like in my thoughts and I don't want to think about
the
those
colors are great. The lights are great. Good-looking people are great.
Yeah.
Fun personalities are great. Riot House on Sunday night didn't have a single one of those things.
We were only there for a short period of time, but that might have been your trigger and that fucked it up for you.
That was like, I was
Can we talk about the old Scottsdale when we played Riot House and I had the worst case of pink eye?
If we're going to talk about it, you have to tell them why you had pink eye.
Okay. So
if we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it.
We'll take it back to square one. So we were in Chicago at the time, and I had been seeing this girl, fucking toxic loser, and you had advised me not to be around her, and I was doing well. And one night,
what? No, hold on. Define well.
I mean, I wasn't dating her anymore.
Stop it.
We definitely weren't dating at this time.
First of all, this is before she moved in.
No. This was after.
No, this was before she moved in.
Believe me, this was after. This was the end of it. Because we had broken up, and then she was coming back. And then she came back one night, and I was like, fine, whatever. So we do our thing, and then I'm like, do you have pink eye? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, you can't fucking sleep on my bed if you have pink eye. She's like, no, it's fine. I'll be over here. I'm like, no, you have to leave. She's like, no, I have to be here. So anyways, long story short, she ends up sleeping in the bed. I'm on the other side of the mattress. I'm like, just keep my distance. I can keep my eye. I'll be fine.
Yeah, other side of the mattress after you just got out from inside of her.
Well, yeah, but I wasn't fucking like giving her butterfly kisses.
Like, I'm going to sleep on the other side of the mattress after I crawl out of her.
Yeah, but I wasn't giving her butterfly kisses or making out with her. You know what I'm saying? It was, if you need to have details, it was probably doggy style. I was playing it safe. But at some point, her eye must have touched my pillow, or maybe when I was sleeping to get even, she rubbed her eye and fucking got it.
I wouldn't be surprised at all if she fucking set an alarm to wake up and roll over and fucking drip eye juice onto you.
Something happened that I got the disease, and it was about a week before we were leaving. So I'm like, fuck, dude, I gotta get rid of this before we go. So I'm like, trying to do everything I can to like treat right, and it keeps getting worse.
Well, hold on, let's get into this for a second, because you're not a big doctor guy. You're
I
not
don't
big,
believe in doctors.
you don't have insurance. You're not big in the medical,
I don't do the medical
industry. And to be honest with you, I'm leaning more that way. But
glad you're starting to see the light.
But back in this time, I was like, you're like, go to urgent care. Stop being an idiot. And you're like, no, I don't go.
No, I eventually went to a doctor.
WebMD. You're like, I looked up this stuff. I'm supposed to drip silver into my eye.
Oh, colloidal silver. Damn, I forgot about that. So yeah,
you were feeding it.
I ended up finding out about colloidal silver and that this is an ancient remedy, that there's silver molecules, whatever the fuck, in this water, and as long as you don't use too much, because it can turn your skin blue and give you lead poisoning, then it actually, attacks the virus.
But
or
everything in large doses is bad for you.
Yeah, so, exactly. So just use a little bit.
Yeah.
But as I was using that might have aggravated it and caused it to grow worse and worse until it looked like I got knocked out by Mike Tyson the night before. Yeah. I go to the doctor then, and he's like, yo, this is like one of the most extreme cases. Like, you know when they look at you and they're just like, holy fuck. And you're like, bro, this is like what you do. You're an eye doctor. Don't holy fuck me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then he brought in the other guy. He's like, you got to come see this. This is
you had a record-setting case of pink eye.
Yeah. And then he said I had like some oil or some I don't fucking know. Anyway, so we go, and we can't change the date. We'd been planning this for months. It's Scottsdale. We're excited. It's gonna be dope. And then we get out there, and I had to get a pair of sunglasses because I don't want to walk in the club with pink eye.
It's not pink eye at this point. It's visibly, it's like gooing. It's from another planet. It's like an alien obscurity on your face.
It was definitely horrendous. Maybe I'll send Diamond Cut the picture so he can.
You have it?
I tracked pictures of that daily to see if it was getting worse or better. So I probably have 60 to 70 pictures of my eye progressively getting worse. Maybe we could time lapse them and just run through the
that would
3 week.
Be amazing.
We'll do that. So I'm in the club with my blackout Ray-Bans on. And they're just looking at me like, who the fuck is this douchebag with sunglasses on in the club?
These, if I remember correctly, these are the exact joints you had on.
Yes, and they still have the virus on them. So
no, these are mine.
Oh, okay,
just the same.
But just to give a visual representation, yeah, I'm looking like that, which is fine on a sunny day. But in a nightclub, you kind of look like a dickbag. And unless you really are a dickbag, you can pull it off. It's hard for a person like me to pull off the dickbag thing because clearly I'm not a dickbag.
Yeah,
I'm a genuine person.
True.
So. Yeah, but I could see the looks.
You're definitely not a sunglasses in the club kind of guy.
Not a sunglasses in the club guy.
Like, even though most people are doing it now, it's like accepted and cool now. It's not as ridiculous. You're still not that guy.
No, I still couldn't.
So you were just even if you had layers of uncomfort. Just the pink eye itself was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Then trying to cover it with the sunglasses was uncomfortable. Still with the uncomfort of like, I hope no one can see this from the side.
Yeah.
Or like it was just.
And then the crowd, I don't. For some reason, they weren't with it. I wanted to blame it on the sunglasses. Could have just bombed my set because of all the mounting pressure. I don't know. It just wasn't a great experience. So I don't know that I've had any good experiences at Rat House. Now that I think about it.
Oh my God, yes, you have, bro. You
I'm
remember the first time we came
when Cutswell used to play there.
You remember the first time we came and we stayed at that Best Western about 35 feet over that way. I remember
every time we stayed at Best Western, and we used to make trips back and forth throughout the Sunday.
Yes.
So we'd knock something down by 3, hit the club, knock something else by 6, and then maybe revisit the 3 o'clock appointment at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You walk over to the hotel. Oh shit! Yeah, we forgot the stuff at the hotel, but it's
we got
fine.
Pizza.
The hotel's right here.
We have pizza.
Yeah.
Can I eat that off of your ass? Yeah. Yes. Okay.
You have that video too.
Someone showed it to me the other day.
The other day?
Like when I was here, they're like, "Do you remember this?" It was either
it was Cuts because he was going through his stuff.
So it must have been like in a group chat or something.
Yeah, he was
and I
looking
go,
for something.
"Oh shit!" And I wasn't expecting to see it. So.
Long Drink is a legendary Finnish favorite that's been around since the 1952 Summer Games. It's a deliciously refreshing blend of premium liquor, natural grapefruit flavor, and just the right amount of carbonation. Honestly, this is the stuff right here. White is sugar-free, blue is citrus, orange is peach, red is cranberry, black is extra strength, and they're all fire. New flavors dropping soon, so watch out for those. And they're just the best sponsor for this podcast. So the next time you're tuning in, make sure you crack open a Long Drink. Enjoy one while you're watching the show, because good vibes deserve great drinks. Let's go, champ. We're back to the episode. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.
That was young, skinny, like blonde, fresh hair, fresh face.
Yeah.
I remember that video clear as day.
Yeah.
It's
good
nice.
Times.
You're looking good.
It was good times. Yeah. You had probably another young lady on the same mattress.
Yeah.
Simultaneously.
Yeah.
Good times.
Scottsdale was a little slice of heaven.
It really was.
And that was actually the whole point of me starting to talk shit about Sunday night, was that like, I don't know if is it me personally where I'm at? Is the fact that I've changed and now I'm looking at that, is that what it is? Or is it like that has also changed? Maybe it's a little bit of both happening at the same time.
You know,
But I can't imagine what we saw on Sunday night
was not the same.
It was not like a fucking Sunday Fun Day over here was
But I would
legendary.
say Sunday Fun Day everywhere is shit.
Yes.
Like, at least for sure in Houston. Like, and Houston had a decent Sunday Fun Day. Nothing crazy. It was decent. Their Sundays were decent.
We had, I definitely had some
There's
good
nothing
Sundays.
on a Sunday. Other than like 5306 or like some Latin clubs, that's like the only thing.
Chicago's the same. I mean, yes, of course, you can go find somewhere to fucking drink with other people that want to drink. But the feeling of walking into a place on a Sunday and being like, whoa.
Yeah. Where it was like too much.
Real
Where Monday would be
fun.
like, fuck, that was like too much for a Sunday.
Yeah.
I think maybe because it is the Sabbath, God has, taken back Sunday. Isn't that a group band?
Taking back Sunday and Black Sabbath, actually.
Okay, yeah. Well, then there you have it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just it's not what it was. That's for sure.
I think it's a mixture of both. I think it's not what it was, and also we or me for sure. I can only speak for myself. I'm not in the same place because back then, even if I would have walked into that room,
you would have at least seen it was crazy. I mean, there were people.
No, there was people. That's not the problem.
Yeah.
The problem wasn't that there wasn't people.
Was it the energy?
It was the energy and the way that people were dressed and the way that people were acting and the
that might be a sign of your age because the dressing styles have changed for sure.
I mean, I'm not the best dressed guy.
Yeah, but I'm just saying maybe you see them as like, oh, these people are dressed like slobs, but they're really just the next Don Tolliver disciples.
Is that me getting old? You think
it could be? It could be a sign.
I just feel like. Yeah, that
you're like, you fucking little riffraff out here dressing like back in my day we actually knew how to dress.
But I can't say that. Like I've never been that guy.
But you just did. You said the way people were dressed.
But I'm not saying like I knew how to dress.
No.
I just know when someone looks well dressed or not.
Yeah, but I mean girls don't like wear mini skirts to the club anymore. They wear fucking hoodies and baggy jeans. It's a different style.
Yeah. How do we get back to dress code? How do we reinforce dress code?
Well, you never know. Things might change. I think that we're going to go through this phase and then eventually people will start dressing. Because it's not nothing new. It's like I said, everything just goes in cycles. But once the girls get back to, dressing in little tight skirts, then people are going to go, oh, damn, look at this girl in a tight skirt. She's not wearing a hoodie and baggy jeans. Then everybody's going to be like, well, I want to get attention, so I'm going to get in a skirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right now, it's like the Billie Eilish fucking, I'm a celebrity. I need to fucking keep incognito in my hoodie in the club. It's just a different style.
That's the vibe right now?
I feel like that's the vibe. That and, whoever's in a TikTok wearing a baggy hoodie doing a fucking dance. That's the way it goes.
It just there's something
about it. Are they still
it.
dancing on TikTok? I don't even know. That's how old I am. Yeah, TikTok. Nobody's TikTok danced in fucking.
No, they're still dancing on TikTok.
Are they?
Did you watch the Dancing for the Devil documentary?
No, I did not.
Shekinah
It sounds
Church?
intriguing.
You didn't watch that on Netflix?
What's it about?
It's about a guy that got all these TikTok dancers together and
wait a minute, are they cult?
Made him join their church.
I did see that actually. That was pretty. And then it's like still going that cult, right? Yeah. They just like cut him out. That's wild.
Well, I mean, what's the real legalities behind what the guy was doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's fucked up, but also like if
they can't shut it down.
If you're convincing somebody that you're their god, I mean, you it's
get
on
money.
that person.
Yeah, I mean, just playing the game, I guess. And
it's the same. Okay, the same as like. That guy convincing these people that he is the God, that God is speaking to them through him.
Yeah.
Is like the same as us going to fucking be Lifetime fitness guests and they make us download an app on our phone and put all of our information into it. And that's the only way that we can be their guests is if we take their app on our phone and we give them our information and we allow them access to everything that's inside of our phone just so that we can walk into their establishment.
Yes. The only difference is Lifetime's not telling you you're not allowed to talk to your parents anymore or your family.
Not
because you won't make it into heaven. Now, when they start doing that,
not yet.
There would be a reason for concern.
They have infiltrated, is all I'm saying.
I mean, all they're gonna find in my Safari history is X and XX, and maybe Googling what's wrong with me on WebMD.
You're not an ex-hamster guy anymore?
No, I can't even access Pornhub anymore. In Texas,
Well, don't you just have to give your license or whatever, which is crazy.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to give my license to a fucking porn site. What, crazy? Like, come on.
It's not that it's fully blocked, though. It's just that you have to you have to make an account, right?
No, I think now it's fully blocked because originally it was that, and then it said, due to Governor or Senator Greg Abbott, we are no longer allowed to practice business in Texas. Disclaimer. And they're like, hopefully one day it'll come back. Like they're fucking like changing the world, and they need to get back to helping humans, come in their hand. They're doing the dirty job that no one else is willing to do.
I mean, I'll be honest. If porn it's been quite the burden on my life.
It is, when you take a step away, but it can also be a release, an escape from reality for some.
It's like the colloidal silver, right? Just a little bit is fine, but if you overdo it,
your skin's going to turn blue. Your dick will turn blue if you overbeat it. That's
much.
probably a good analogy. Yeah, I don't know. I will say I've gotten tired of X and XX. It's like a bunch of old fucking
You've
porn.
seen it all.
I've seen it all.
You've seen it all on X and
I've seen it all.
is what you're telling me.
Yeah, I don't need to see anymore. I'm disgusted by it.
Do they have like the user uploaded stuff? Because that's kind of what's
they
hot
don't.
right
And
now.
that's probably why I'm tired of seeing the same fucking shit, because it's only, whatever
Sarah Vandella,
Bang Bros
Kelsey
released
Monroe.
in fucking 2007 that
Yeah.
made it onto there,
Yeah.
It's kind of, that takes the element of surprise out. Amateur porn was great back in the day. Till
What do you mean back in the day? I feel like that's like a new development.
back when I was able to watch Pornhub back in that day.
Oh.
Yeah. Back last 6 months ago.
Wait, so if porn is blocked in Texas, does OnlyFans
It's not
work?
blocked. Pornhub is blocked.
So why would they only do one site?
I think Pornhub probably was the one who got sued. They probably used it as an example.
Oh, I
'Cause
thought
it's
they
like-
just fully blocked all porn.
No, I think they blocked Pornhub because they were doing amateur porn, and probably somebody underage got onto amateur.
Oh, that's what this whole thing's about?
Yeah,
I
I
thought
think
he was trying to be like, yo, this is bad for people.
No,
and we
I think
want
the
our
problem
Texans
was
to be
that
pure Christians.
It's too hard to keep up on what's on there, and is this person who they say they are? Because if some dude just uploads a video of him fucking a chick from the night before, you don't know how old that chick is. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a risky game, the amateur porn game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're probably smart.
Okay, I see. I didn't know that's what it all stemmed from.
Yeah, that's why my understanding is.
Makes more sense. I thought they were just trying to save the people of Texas. That they were like, this is bad for you, and we're going to get rid of it.
I mean, Texas, I could definitely see it's definitely a red state. So you never know.
Yeah. But no, it's good. I'm glad to be out of there. It is nice that they blocked Pornhub though, because I should probably do that for myself.
Yeah, I'm sure there's got to be like how they have a gambling hotline where you can block all the your ID from being used at a casino.
Yeah.
They probably have a similar thing for porn.
Well, they have apps. You can self lock yourself out of a website and stuff. They have
Really?
I've heard of an app that you put it on your phone and then you tell it what other apps you don't want to have it let you open. And then Uber Eats, for example, right? If you open Uber Eats, the first thing that this app does is take a picture of your face and show it to you.
Oh,
It's turns on your front facing camera, snaps a picture of your face, and shows it to you. So you just see your disgusting self ready
Laying on
to
your
order
couch, like,
fucking food. Yeah. And then you're reminded very shortly,
so then you order a salad when you go on Uber Eats.
Or you're what am I doing? You're looking, it's looking in the mirror, right?
Yeah.
At a time when you're doing something bad.
Yeah, my front face camera sometimes accidentally hits it, and I'm just like, oh, God, I got to get out of the house. What is wrong with me? I look like a fucking scumbag. Yeah, it's important to leave the house sometimes.
It's definitely important.
Especially in our line of work, it's easy to just slip into not leaving the house for a couple days because you're not working for the Monday, Tuesday or whatever. But it's you got to get out and get some fresh air and get the blood pumping. You know what I'm
A
saying?
little sunshine, a little vitamin D.
Yeah, maybe hit the gym.
Hit the gym. You are a Planet Fitness Black Card holder.
I am a Black Card holder.
Yeah.
I can access any Planet Fitness throughout the entire nation. They know me.
Hydro massage,
Pizza Day.
Now, do they still have the barber shops in the Planet Fitness?
No, that was a Chicago special. Remember, they were like doing work release. Like the guys, they'd learn how to cut hair in prison.
Yeah.
And then they would cut hair at the Planet Fitness. Yeah, no, they don't even have Pizza Day at the one I'm at. It's the Avondale, Chicago location was something special.
It really had a recently released inmate cutting people's hair. He wasn't allowed to have a straight razor. Do you remember he told you that?
I remember that. Yep. Nothing is reassuring like that. But if you're going to Planet Fitness to get your hair cut, you got to kind of just take what's given at that point. But I mean, think about it. You could go get your gym pump on, take a shower, tan,
hydro massage,
and get your hair cut for fucking free.
Haircut with no lineup, though.
No lineup. No lineup. You just they can't get too short with the clippers because they have like a guard drilled into it that keeps the blade from exposing, so you don't get shanked by your barber.
That was actually crazy. I just crazy. Remembered that.
Yeah, that's a good memory. I forgot about that one. Yeah. And free pizza, all in the same run. It's amazing.
Yeah, we filmed a couple of videos at Planet Fitness late night.
We filmed our promo for Cancun.
Yeah.
That was a great promo.
That was a good one.
I miss doing those promo videos, I got to say.
Oh, I miss making videos all the time. I'm like, I tell every place that I work, like, I'll do them. Like, let's do them. Get your staff together. You get together,
so
make
hard.
A day. These fucking GMs are the laziest fucks I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
These goddamn GMs are just fucking disgusting and lazy, and it's unreal.
Yeah, that's a fact. I would say that it's also hard, like we said before, to paint an image to someone who hasn't seen it, right? So the staff, maybe they're 21 to 25, they never really saw those videos, so they maybe don't understand it. Where if you see the videos and then you kind of understand, okay, this is funny, like, I get it. It's not that serious. Even then, though, it was hard to get staff involved.
It's always hard to get the staff involved because, well, and also even if you got them to be where they, it's Tuesday afternoon and they show up at 3 p.m. to do the thing. Now you stick a camera in front of their face and they got to do the thing. Most of these people are not like ready to act and like be personable and full of life, and like they're nervous in front of the camera, which is another fucking hurdle to get over.
That hurts. I did see the one you made, the Talladega Nights video. I thought that was pretty good.
That one was good. That one came out.
I wish I could have been there to be part of it, but I think what's his name did a great job.
Nico
killed it. Yeah,
he did. He did do a really good job. But again, alcohol was involved, and I was gonna say we did kind of figure out. Were you guys drunk by that,
or not you, but them?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. We couple personality shots. We did figure out that the best time to shoot videos was after
a shift
on Friday night.
Yeah,
when everyone was already set up. Yeah,
they just got to get in their costume, like they're already warmed up talking to people. So yeah. Is that you shot it at night?
No, we did like day, but they were taking shots and shit. Yeah, and you got to get everyone a little loose.
Yeah, we used to. I think drinking on the show was kind of common for our show. Not only because that was how we got our reach, but I think it definitely
who wandered in here. How long have we been filming right now?
We're at 47 minutes.
All right, I think we should just cut it right here.
Let's wrap it up and we'll get cuts on.
We'll get to the Patreon. The rest of this episode will be available. Patreon.com/partywithstrategy. Dolo Cutswell is going to be joining us. I think we're going to get into some real. We're going to be on the Patreon, so it's really nothing's held back. We
were supposed to hold back here?
Well, I don't think we were supposed to, but I feel like
bleep out those parts, huh?
We'll drop some names on the Patreon. I did say the name of a place. I should have said that place we went to on Sunday, and then we'll talk about it on the Patreon. I'm bad at promoting it,
that'd be good promoting.
Yeah, whatever. I'll start naming GMs. It doesn't matter. Whatever you guys want, it'll be on the Patreon. We'll see you over there. Thank you.
Well, all right. Battle raps, cause I've shaken grown men to the point that they can't even face their own friends. That's why they rhyme about jewels, not life, cause the ice on which they skating is so thin. That's what I love about the human soul. It'll usually show when the truth ain't told. Use a lie.